Hello everyone. So this is a short video. I'm going to talk about how I actually clean and store all my glass equipment. Now, I'm not going to show you how I clean it because that's just going to be boring. It's like doing dishes. 90% of the time, it really is just like doing dishes. You just some soap and water and you clean it and you wash it. Now, it's important, like one thing I do is I'll wipe them down afterwards because at least my tap water is very minerally and it ends up leaving a lot of residue. So I want to make sure that doesn't end up with spots and minerals and stuff that ends up messing with the experiment. But so I clean them. Now, if there's any kind of stuck on extra stuff, you might use some acetone to get it off, or I'll also use some hydrochloric acid if it's like something minerally, like let's say salts that have been dried out really hard onto the glass. And then what I do after all that, after I clean them all, I kind of sort it out. I figure out what am I going to do for today. And in this case, I have a graduated cylinder and a little tiny media bottle that I don't need, or that I do need for something. So I just leave it. I set it aside. And anything that that I might not use today, I end up, I put it back in the cabinet. But what I do is, because I don't know when I might use it again, I don't want it to collect any dust and mold and that kind of stuff. So what I'll do is I'll use some parafilm. And it's crazy, this, you don't need that much. Like if you see the size difference here, that's more than enough, even though it's way smaller than the opening. But what I do is I actually cover any sort of like container that doesn't have a top. I'll cover it like this, and that'll keep all the, the dust and the mold and all that kind of stuff away from getting in there. And I'll cut some pieces off. Like again, this little tiny piece is enough for this, or was until I ripped it. Actually, let's see. It's still enough, actually. Even though I lost half of it because I ripped it, it's still enough. And actually, I can use this little piece to cover this. And this stuff is really good, not just for covering things like that. It's like if I can actually use it to cover liquids as well. So if I had a liquid in here, as long as I had it tight and sealed, I could actually turn it upside down and it wouldn't leak. Because there's some stuff that's been sitting in there for 6 months, never been used, but tomorrow I might end up needing it. So at least they're not caked down with any dust or anything. It keeps me from having to clean it out and all that kind of stuff every time. All I have to do is wipe out the outside. And then I just put it into the cabinet. Like these things, they have tops, so I can just top them right off. And that's it. So pretty simple. I guess that's it. Thank you.